It's two. Turp.
Yo, this is a Two-Turp Podcast. It's your boy Donovan, a.k.a. Mr. You Knew What It Was When You Signed Up. We got a couple of special guests today. We got our guest host today.
What's good? It's Gabe. I'm back.
Yes, sir. We got a special guest today.
What's up? It's Monkey.
Let's go, MonkeyNugs.
Woo!
Shit. Yeah. So how y'all doing this week?
Nah, it's going.
Good. Just getting the week going.
I feel you.
Getting not freezing weather.
Yeah. Exactly, man. It's been a whole tundra out here lately. It's nuts. All right, so as y'all can see, we missing our homie Ryan today, but hey, he might be missing today, but he's definitely not forgotten. Definitely got the influence over here. We all repping the Flucker.
Yeah.
Got a rep for the guy since he's not here. But yeah, man. So we're gonna get started with this. So MonkeyNugs,
What's up?
tell us, how'd you get started in cannabis?
Oh my god, I've always kind of been a user apparently. I'm one of those, what do they call us? No child left behind kids, the ADD kids that they're just like, man, just give them pills, they'll figure it out. So, slowly went to getting off of pills and smoking cannabis to fix and work with the ADD stuff.
Okay.
And then just started falling in love with it, actually seeing it help people and what it does, and as it became legal and actually seeing it benefit people and looking into the research behind all the terpenes and how the full spectrum of the plant actually plays a part into it, I just fell in love. Definitely didn't plan on enjoying gardening.
Essentially, yeah. Cultivating, yeah, and gardening. But I feel like you're doing the cooler version of gardening.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. This is the one where you get perks. You say you do gardening, everybody gonna be like, what kind? You like, you show them what you got, and stuff like, you go.
What kind of vegetables do you grow?
Exactly.
Tomatoes.
He got that broccoli.
Man, my landlord was trying to tell me he didn't realize that I was growing cannabis.
Uh-huh.
And he's like, oh, no, see, my son grows vegetables in his tent. And I'm like, bro, really? Let me break down to you the cost into this for some $2.50 tomatoes that your son's growing.
Exactly. Exactly.
I'm
That's
like,
what
man,
you think you doing.
yeah,
Shit. But man, so
vegetables.
how old were you when you first started smoking? If you don't mind telling.
God, probably like 16, 17.
Okay. So then when did you start actually taking it serious? Like when you started realizing like, oh man,
Oh man, that was when I was older, more in my later 20s, when I was working in factories.
Okay.
That whole factory life, the grind. You gotta have something to kind of calm down at the end of the day. And plus I was working night shift and then coming home when the sun's coming up, that really helps to go to sleep.
Yup. I feel you on that one. I feel you.
I can only imagine.
Exactly.
Yeah, I started medicating for the pain, would be the first medical use that I fully found effective and started researching and learning about.
Okay. Nice. So then, when did you start actually growing?
Well, on and off through the years without any help or any luck and no success, and then just trying to learn. I've been growing for a few years now, probably about a little over 3 years, I guess. Been kind of more serious in the past, probably the later 2 years, as far as crunching numbers and actually getting product out and doing more trials and tests to break down bro code and figure out what actually is the science behind why the plants do what they do and how they grow and why they function. Because there's so much bad bro code out there, and all these people are going out doing the same thing I did, buying the wrong equipment, buying the wrong lights, doing the wrong processes, the wrong nutrients, killing their plants. They're doing it for years, no help. And it's wearing, it's a lot of money. So it's nice to be able to give all that back and help with that too.
I like that. So,
That's awesome.
All right, so for the novices, you got to break down, what's that bro code? You got to break that down for them.
Oh my God, there's so much, bro. So much bro code.
Oh, so I guess like, what do you even mean when you say bro code? A lot of people aren't even gonna know what you mean when you say that.
So I mean, like right off the bat, everybody kind of knows now with indica and sativa, those are the two big things. So those are more indicators of how the plant grows. You're gonna have more of an indica, a short, bushy, fat plant, or a sativa, which would be long, stretchy plant, which would require different things such as different temperatures, different water treatments, different nighttime temperatures. It changes a lot, in how you grow. But for a dealer, back in the day, it was just easy to say, it's a upper or a downer by saying sativa or indica.
Right. But now it's starting to get a lot more advanced with it now.
And then there's a bunch of stuff with light settings that I really don't want to go into. But there's so much idiocracy behind light sequencing and tricking plants. You're not going to trick the plant, man. This isn't rocket surgery. It just is what it is. It's nature. The plant's going to do what it's going to do, and it's always going to be the same. It's just basic biology.
It's hard to fight nature.
Yeah, and that's really, as a cultivator, all we're doing is creating nature into a little pot, because any kind of container growing is not normal. It's superficial, man. We're making these little ecosystems in these little bitty pots and producing vegetables and fruits when we shouldn't really be doing that.
It's a wild thing. That's a crazy way to think about it.
Oh yeah. And throughout the years now, I've actually progressed into a water only grow. So now I actually don't use any nutrients at all. I just do water only. Every once in a while, if I have certain plants, like certain Kush varieties, which require a little higher pH values and a little more nutrients, I'll use some teas and all that to fix some of that, but mostly I just do water only and build my own soil. And that's how you get the flavor and the taste. So I try to go for more of the connoisseur, the caviar of the flower. I'm not going for like one hit, blow your mind and you can't walk. I mean, I want to smoke on it, I want to taste it, I don't want to cough. And then you see in my videos, like, I rarely cough. It's so smooth. And you can even taste the difference between RO water and just regular purified water when you go to an all-water grow.
Okay. Oh, shit.
Exciting stuff.
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of fun once you start getting into it.
MonkeyNugs said he got that water. I like that water grow. So what even made you decide to dip into just water-only grow?
Well, there's let's see how I could say this. There's a shop that I worked with, and I grew for and started some different caretaking rooms and all that, and was introduced into the true living organic lifestyle. And once I seen what the soil can do, because I kid you not, we would just take a clipping of a leaf, which is just junk, and throw it on the compost pile and come back the next day and a leaf would have roots. Not a stem, the freaking leaf would be growing roots because the mycorrhizae was so strong in it. And it blew my mind. And then when I could see the trichome profile was just completely enhanced and how much the smell changed, I just couldn't go back. And also, getting older, my back kind of goes out a lot and I don't want to bend over and all that much. It's nice, just pouring water in. I'm not having to get down and check everything and check my root runoff and all that.
Okay. That's what's up. So, I'm trying to think. I'm so interested in this water grow because I've never really talked to anybody who's really been this deep invested into the water grow.
It took a lot of trial and error, a lot of failure.
Gotcha.
It's good to know.
Oh yeah. But the big thing is that with the water only and the true living organic lifestyle or grow style is that you recycle your soil. So each time you recycle your soil, I'm going back to the old guerrilla grow standards to where, when we're growing in our basements way back in the day, nothing went out into your trash. That's how you got caught. So you chopped your stems up, you chopped your leaves up, and you composted them back into the dirt. And composting that back into the dirt, my dirt smells amazing. There's so many terps coming out of my soil. These plants are just going crazy. And I mean, so cool. And everything that's in the roots, everything that your plant has sucked up and was absorbing and eating, is what the plant needs. So putting it back into the soil to break back down will go right back into the plant again. So you're just reusing and recycling life.
It just makes too much sense.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, you're just using fungus. Fungus to create life.
This seems like super effective. So is it a quicker grow or is it more of the same?
Yeah, it's the same.
Okay.
What actually happens, and this is another bro code or a bro whatever. With True Living Organics, you actually use smaller containers. So I will actually flower in a 3-gallon pot and get quite a few ounces of flour and get huge colas because it's True Living Organic soil. To where I'm using the mycorrhizae, all the little micro critters and everything else in there to feed the plant and work together. To where if you're bottle feeding it, you have to be on a regimen. So like every hour or whatever your plant needs, you have to feed it. And not only that, but when your plant is taking in nutrients, if it's taking in, like, let's say calcium and magnesium, and it's full of calcium and magnesium and it needs phosphorus, it has to push out the calcium and magnesium to uptake the phosphorus. So you've been feeding it the wrong thing, and now you can't really correct it, and you have to wait for there to be room. So now it's going to have too much of another thing, and you're force feeding your plant. But we're, as humans, we're dumb. We don't know what the plant really wants. You can force feed it, but the plant knows what it wants. So in an all water grow and True Living Organics, you're letting your plant choose what it wants.
Nice.
I like that. I like that.
And actually, a pretty easy way to break it down is when the plant needs a certain nutrient, it will send out a element, like a chemical, and that mycorrhizae, that type of fungus, will eat and feed off of it, and it creates a symbiotic relationship to where it'll grow and pull in a specific nutrient that chemical helped it grow. So they help each other out. And then when different chemicals are needed, or different nutrients, it works with different microfungus.
Wow, you deep in this shit. All right, so now the most serious question. You must have loved science growing up, cause you know a lot of shit about shit. I was trying to pay attention like you did in high school and shit like that. I'd probably be a lot closer with this shit than I am now.
I got kicked out of high school.
You said you got what?
I was kicked out of high school twice.
Drop a bomb on that shit. That's all I like to hear. That's what the fuck I like to hear.
This is alternative school learning right here.
Straight up.
Hey, another bomb on that shit. Real shit. So all y'all know, real shit. Don't give up. Don't give up on your dreams.
No.
Yeah.
Straight up, man. I feel you on that one. I dropped out of college myself.
Yeah.
So I only went to a year of community college, and I was like, man, this shit is trove as shit. Like, so I'm investing in college, and it's like I really could be investing in my dreams.
Right. Do what you want to do.
Exactly. Now,
Building dreams.
Yep. Here we are.
You pack one of them yet?
Yep.
All of them? Just one?
Yeah, just one.
Man, you're slow.
Yeah, very slow.
Yeah. Okay. So talk to us about the flower that you brought today. What you bringing us today?
So, actually, both of these were clones that came from Melly Mel's farm.
Okay.
I don't know. Yeah, I guess we could say that.
I mean,
these. So both of these were Tange Tonic and Blackberry Fire OG. Both completely different tastes, but the Tange Tonic is a higher THC, and the trichome growth on this thing is just outrageous. I mean, it feels like cotton candy when you're pulling it apart. It's just so sticky. The terpenes, wasn't as impressed with the terpenes. When you start grinding it up, you smell that gas.
Yes.
But the Blackberry Fire OG, you really smell and taste the terpenes in that. And that's more like the cigar, that heavy wood flavor, that oakiness.
Okay, I got you. So go ahead and give us the genetic breakdowns on both. We usually like to give our audience a little bit. Give us the different strands, like the compounds, the breakdowns of the different strands.
The terpenes?
Yes. No, not even the terpenes, but like...
Oh, so Blackberry OG crossed with, it's just Blackberry, OG. Blackberry crossed with Fire Fire OG? Man, I don't remember.
That's all good, bro.
I feel like they get so mixed up now that you just kind of remember what the cross is instead of what the originals are.
Yeah. And that's a big battle between a lot of growers. There's a lot of traditional growers to where they like more heirloom, you know, just traditional. Like I love Jack Hare. I like the Durban Poisons. You know, some of the old school stuff. But then there's the new school fusions that are out there. Oh, there's a little plug right there. New school fusion.
I like that.
Yeah, Hypogrow. Like new school fusion is a mix of some runts, I think. Man, it's just some of the stuff that Hypogrow talks about with a lot of these newer crosses and getting the higher THCs, and when people are pulling out the 38% THCs and all that, it's pretty nice.
Yeah.
And then a lot of the crosses, you know, like we were talking earlier, you get the St. Louis has a lot of punch crosses. There's a lot of purple punch and wedding cake, and
I just had some wedding cake, as a matter of fact.
Man, I just smoked the last of the wedding cake flour too. It would have been great. I had that and the wax. It was both great.
Really?
I believe it.
Oh my god.
Yeah, man, that wedding cake. Shout out the Hustle Campaign. He got me laced up with that shit. That shit was right. Yeah, man. All right, so before we get into testing, I want to talk about caregiving a little bit. So give us a little bit about caregiving. So I was talking to a couple of my friends about having you on, and I was telling them about you being a caregiver, and the first question was, that sounds interesting, but what's a caregiver?
So, in not so many words, a caregiver basically can grow on behalf of a medical patient that is incapable of growing for themselves. So if anybody actually wanted to get their cultivating license, and because of maybe area restrictions and living in an apartment or just age restrictions or whatever, your health might be an issue to where you can't grow yourself, you can actually elect a caregiver, and a caregiver will have access to be able to grow for you. They can go and pick up medicine from dispensaries for you. They can deliver the medicine for you. They can store medicine for you. And there's actually other laws that people haven't really explored yet, which blows my mind, but there's a lot of caregiver benefits to where I can create safe spaces in public areas for people to smoke. And I know there's going to be a lot of cringe to me saying this, but it is in there, and there is a freaking law. Yes, you do have to have a room, and it just has to have a filter. So any company out there can actually just build a room that has enough for two people to sit in, a caregiver and their patient, or just an employee. And as long as it's filtered to where nobody else is getting medicated off of their medicine, it's completely legal.
Huh.
But I mean, of course, you know, to get your employer
Right.
go in on that.
Yeah, that would take. That's a whole moving forward movement right there. You have to find a company that is really like cannabis forward, even.
Well, so I thought about it a little bit, and I think it's more of just if a company was smart to make more of a portable unit to where they can bring out to a restaurant and say, hey, we want to sell you this. Well, not a food truck, but just to say, hey, we want to sell you this. Look, this is you put it in, it's stationary, this is a built room, it's a structured room, it's got a filter, and it'll stay for guests or whatever, like at a hotel or a restaurant, people can come smoke. Because imagine that.
Yeah.
If you got a restaurant and you've got a place where people can medicate, you're gonna make some money.
I can see that happening at bars to begin with. First.
When I moved here, that was happening at Rosalita's, just on the park. I mean, it was right on the sidewalk.
I didn't want to say shit. I was like, that's kind of a regular thing in St. Louis. You know, all you gotta do is step outside, and you know you can light one up. But let me go ahead.
We're a little different here.
We live a little lawless here, so I don't know. They knew what it was when they signed up. Oh man. Shit. So, how long have you been caregiving?
About 2 years.
Okay, nice. So, what made you get into the caregiving aspect of cannabis?
Well, so the darker side of how I started off was more not as legit, and to be honest, just trying to learn, trying to get in and get numbers, because numbers is how you learn. You're not going to learn unless you actually do it, and you can't do it unless you grow a bunch. So being a caregiver gives me access to my 6 plants and 2 other patients' plants. So that in total is a bunch of plants for me to be able to learn on. That's 54 plants total. That would be 18 in flower, 18 in veg, and then 18 that would be in a seed or clone stage.
Yeah, sure.
So using a perpetual cycle to where as soon as like what I do right now is every 3 weeks I might have 6 plants come out, and then 6 plants go into flower. Next 3 weeks, 6 plants come out, 6 plants go into flower, and I keep it staged perpetually to where my flower tent always stays at the max 18 plants, keeps it to where I can maximize how many plants I'm able to grow. So doing that, I put bro code stuff, I put what I've read in forums, I put what I know just in growing with vegetables and living out in Kentucky. I staged all of them side by side and let them go through the whole process and seeing what worked and didn't. So I was able to battle out a lot of just ignorance that people were spreading around, and actually find out what benefited the plants and what didn't, what waters worked, what nutrients worked, what lights worked, what times worked. And for me, that opportunity was worth me just investing into the cultivating licenses for those patients on their behalf and just providing them the medicine as they needed. So I didn't even charge them.
That is dope.
Because the investment was the education.
Hey, drop a bomb on that. Straight up. And that's, hey man, that's why you support local, man.
Oh yeah.
The passion, the dedication, like that right there, man. That is dope.
I've actually had another person come contact me about doing something similar, as far as he's just got a big heart and wanting to reach out to a patient just to help that patient out and not even charge them because they need such a low amount, but he can experiment when he grows, and it gives them a couple more plants to be able to play around with.
Win-win.
Yeah.
Right. So I know Ryan wanted me to ask you this question. How many patients do you have, if you don't mind talking about it?
So the max you can have is 2.
Okay.
Well, it's considered 2, and then you're considered the 3rd patient.
Got you. Okay. That's
So when you are a caregiver, you're just considered a patient right off the bat? Or?
No.
Okay.
No, I can be a caregiver and not be a medical patient.
Okay.
So I can actually grow for medical patients.
Okay.
But I would only be able to allow to grow for 2 patients. The only way to get the 3rd patient is if you yourself is the patient.
Gotcha. Okay.
That's interesting. Okay. So then, do you also help people get their cards as well?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I work with the collective on Main downtown, or not downtown, but down in Fenton, and they do cards through I think it's THC Docs, something like that. Excuse me.
No, you're all good, man.
And then help set people up with how to get the cultivating licenses and how to get the caregivers all filled out. And then, man, I keep working. And then when we do the caregiver classes to cover the laws and how to stay compliant and what's actually expected, the lawsuits and what repercussions can come at you, we are able to collect names and gather people that are interested in becoming legitimate caregivers and legitimate patients that actually need it, and link those people together. Nice. And that's the beautiful part about just networking with local people. I mean, we're not in it for anything other than just sharing the love.
Right.
Exactly.
All the same reason.
Exactly.
Yeah, you can't charge people for compliance classes, man, telling people they gotta pay not to go to jail. That's just the same thing as putting them in jail.
I know y'all can't hear that, but straight up. That right there. That was bomb worthy right there.
Truth box.
I'm proud of that one. That was good. I'll write that down.
That shit was lit, bro. But man, alright. So, I'm trying to think. Do I have any? You can go ahead. You can go ahead and start smoking. I'll probably have some more questions.
I know, I think that's why I'm all shaking and stuff.
You gotta get a little comfortable, get a little loose. Usually we would have started smoking by now, but I wanted to make sure I got at least a couple questions in before I started getting stupid. So, alright, let's get to it.
I'm so used to going down 55 all the time, and it's not too much different than when I'd be going to work.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm like, shit, man, it said it was 25 minutes away, and then I get in my car, and it's like, yeah, 45 minutes. I'm like, all right, well, I'm late.
Man,
so I'm flying down, and I'm like, fuck, I want to smoke so bad. I'm like, but I know. Oh, and this is a big thing, so before I forget, for all you people out there, quit fucking smoking in your car.
Alright, let's talk about that. Before we smoke, go ahead and let us know why.
Okay, so this is one of the things that started a lot of this. I used to run clones. And that funded a lot of what I was able to provide to patients and set up grows and all that for free for them was due to my clone running back in the day. And if I'm running clones, it's sure as fuck I'm not smoking in that car. Because all it takes is when you get pulled over, an officer just has to say, hey, I smell pot. And it's not even that they want your pot. They don't even care at this point, honestly. The cops really do not care. But what they're trying to do is they're trying to get you for a DUI. And if they smell weed, they just want to prove that you're smoking and driving. And that's what they're trying to do. So that gives them the right to search your car and possibly find plants or find paraphernalia or anything else that I have if I was stupid enough to let them search. And
keyword.
Oh yeah. And, oh my god. Anyways, and yeah, don't smoke in your car. Very important. It is not legal for one. So if you're hotboxing your car, anytime you ever get pulled over, expect to be searched and pulled out.
Because that shit's gonna stink.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Damn, man. That's rough.
Only dab in your car.
Yeah, on two terms, we don't condone consuming marijuana and driving. I just gotta set that out there.
Do you imagine people looking at me with a blowtorch out?
They were like, this guy's over here making meth. No, I'm just like, sitting there. Yeah.
I'm getting my video lined up.
Man.
Oh, man.
Stuff.
I should be using a
I
legit
seen,
blowtorch
I
this
seen
time.
a person eating cereal driving.
Well, that's
Wow,
true.
that's skill.
I mean,
It is. Well, yeah.
How did
I guess.
Were you driving your niece?
Yeah.
She was straight up. I just sped off. I don't know. I don't
Alright.
see.
So we trying this flower first?
Yeah.
We trying first,
Yeah,
right?
we gotta start with flavor.
Alright, what y'all roll up?
That's the Tange tonic. You don't smell that?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, okay.
It's got some stink to it.
Mm-hmm.
Let's see it green.
Alright, so we, off a smell. That's nice. I like the smell. You definitely smell the citrus in it.
Mm-hmm. Like a tangy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so.
Yeah, it didn't quite get a. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to burp it.
Oh, you all good. This one's got a strong smell. I'm
When
gonna
it
give it a
was
strong
curing,
smell.
yeah, when it was curing, I didn't burp it like I should have. It would have been better.
What do you mean when you say bourbon?
So when you're after you dried your flour, you'll put it back into a jar with usually a humidity pack or however you want to do it, and you want to slowly cure it. And what you're doing is whatever chlorophyll that's left in the plant from photosynthesis,
Okay.
whatever chlorophyll is left in the plant is what gives you the harsh smoke when you smoke. It's the harsh, nasty flavor. And it's also what smells like hay. So it's the people that are putting their flour into jars while it's still too wet immediately smells like hay. So the bacteria is anaerobic or anaerobic, I don't know, whatever the good word is. It breaks down the chlorophyll and makes the good smell, but it needs oxygen to do that. So it turns into CO2 and chlorophyll is in the jar. So you open the jar, burp it out, and let new fresh oxygen come in, and then the bacteria can keep eating out the chlorophyll, making it nice and smooth.
Okay.
So when you get those people that are jokers out there putting it on them little beef jerky dehumidifier herb trays, you're locking all that chlorophyll in and you're giving it a harsh taste and making it taste like ass right off the bat.
Man, I didn't give him a chance.
No, not a chance at all. Like, it's about 30 days before I smoke it.
Okay. That's what's up. Okay.
Yeah, like I said, we're doing the caviar.
Yes.
You know,
okay.
we're doing the slow cure.
That's what's up. Alright. So what you gonna give it on the what you gonna give it on the smell, Gabe?
Oh man, smell out of 5?
Yeah.
I'd say 4.
Yeah.
For sure.
Okay. Alright. So off of looks, hey man, this shit is clean.
Right?
You can see like, man, it's looking nice. It's nice and frosty. Like for real. It's got that nice like light green. I'm gonna give it a 5 on the looks.
Did you touch it?
No, I did
You
not.
know you wouldn't. And it just, all them trichomes stick to your fingers.
Sticky.
Yup.
It just like snows when you burn it off.
Yeah, it's some good shit. Look, you can see it on my hands now. Wish I could do a close up. You can see it coming off my finger, onto my fingers right now.
Oh yeah, every time I break one apart, there's just a ton of keef on the table.
Yeah, man. This shit's about to be lit. Alright, now, go ahead and give it this test. What you think? What you think, Gabe?
As far as what, the looks?
Yeah.
I'd definitely give it a 5.
You got, oh, my handing me that lighter right there.
What's this?
Alright. Go ahead and give it the official taste.
It's been a while since I smoked a palm.
Oh yeah, this is smooth. No cough, no nothing.
Oh my god. Long races. That's the no cough.
Man, I can't wait to get into that.
Man, that's why I tried to tell people you ain't racing with street weed. You go throw up a fucking gram of street weed and I'll smoke an eighth of mine.
Oh yeah, this isn't harsh at all.
Yeah, you can't quick cure. And then, like I said, just the water only.
Water and patience.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
a clean hit.
Patience on the cure, not the grow. I still do a 3-season grow, not 2.
Oh, you need to ash it.
Yeah.
My bad.
It's under the second table.
You said it's where?
The acre, the acorn. That's
Oh, yeah,
under
my
the
bad.
table.
There should be an acorn underneath there.
Like right
You
in
got
front of
that.
you on the bottom shelf, one more over, on top of the books. There's like a giant acorn. There you go.
We found the nut.
Got it.
Oh yeah, this is nice. It's got the nice feel to it. So for taste, oh, it's nice and clean.
Oh my god. I even taste some of the soilness, the earthiness.
For sure.
For sure. Like I said, it doesn't have on the smoothness, the harshness. It's definitely nice, but it's clean, smooth.
Oh yeah, there's no roughness. There's no.
No. I'm gonna give that a 4.5 on the scale of smoothness. Definitely leaning on smooth. Like I said, I don't even like. It doesn't feel harsh at all. And what I've taken about 3 pulls so far. Right.
That's because you let me down. I heard he's into that now.
Well, you know, I've done it. What? This will be my second time. What? Yeah, it's like 2 weeks consecutive that I've done another dab.
Oh man.
Yeah, I still don't have a rig or anything like that. So I ain't no real one yet. I ain't, like I said, I haven't even invested in a rig yet. I'm still trying to hold off a little bit.
I feel like you should just figure out what you like.
Yeah.
That's true. I definitely like dabbing.
Yeah.
I feel like it gets me like fucked up though, like that.
Quick.
Last week after you guys left, I didn't smoke after that.
I bet.
The rest of the night.
I bet. Yeah, me either.
That's so wild to me though, cause like you know with flour, like you know I'm at least what, so I'm like at least maybe 2 joints on a regular day, then maybe like 3 or 4. Mm-hmm. Yeah, we rolling up something nice. I know y'all hear that. Yeah.
Yeah, I dab way too much.
How often do you do that?
Dude, so, man, he doesn't believe me. I was like, dude, I already bought 3 zips in the first 2 months of this year.
Yeah.
And I'm like, nah, for real, I'm just smoking. He's like, whatever. He's like, I don't fucking smoke that much. I'm like, yeah. Sometimes I get carried away. Man, so I finally found some people to throw down in some dab-offs, and some dab-offs is some pretty serious heat. And I mean, you're gonna throw down a couple grams like every time. And this last time, man, this chick, we were neck and neck at like 1.2 grams. And we're like, look, I'm not giving you any more eggs.
God damn. That's just in a session?
Oh, so a dab off is a dab off is when you get, well, first off you have to debate like between the two people. So typically you'll get 1 gram, and then you can break it up into 0.1s or 0.2s, which I think that day we were doing 0.2s. And basically then you've got a time, so you can do every 30 seconds or every minute. So what we were doing is every minute we would drop 0.2 every minute until one person either can't do a dab, they can't complete the dab, they tap out, they can't catch their cough, so they're coughing the whole time and they can't do a dab. It's just a tap out round. You just keep going, 0.2 every minute, 0.2 every minute, 0.2 on the dot.
Like a burnout, but dab
Yeah.
version.
Yeah. Jesus.
There's money in it.
I wouldn't be able to hang in that at all, yo.
That sounds fun.
Oh man, there's money in it. we do that for money, like that's like the big thing, because that yeah, you ain't moving for a while. That's a lot of
Yeah, you go into
concentration.
that knowing that you're not gonna be functioning.
Oh, I look at the
What
stopwatch and I'm like, man, this is 7.5 minutes.
Yeah.
Like, how many minutes we at now? We got 10 minutes. Like,
Good night.
somebody's got to tap. And then there's for the bong races, there's the fastest gram. So that's where you get 1
Fastest
gram of
gram.
flour, and you have it in front of you. You have 2 single Bic lighters and a regulation bong. And what you'll do is when the timer starts, you take your gram, you break it down, and then you pack it into the bowl and smoke it as fast as you can.
That makes sense. Okay, what do
It's-
you mean by
it's-
a regulation bong? Like just whatever, beaker.
So like during a bong competition, everybody would have the same bong.
Okay.
So that way it's a regulation
Yeah, it's
bong.
fair.
Yeah, from Missouri, I've just been doing what do you call it?
Just like a
Stuttering on words or something.
You all good, man?
Like unofficial times, since I haven't been able to get the bong races officially started because of COVID and a lot of other issues. Just for unofficial times for people to send them to me, and I'll post their videos just to have fun and let's all get out there and be a community. It's just any single percolator, a minimum of 1 single percolator bong that is at least about 10 inches.
Okay. Okay.
So 1 single percolator as in like the downstem? Or
Yeah, you need at least 1 perk.
Gotcha. Okay.
Because not just the little bowl
Right.
instead of a down stem and just no water. Oh, and some of the rules are like, you can't drink the water. So if it's splashing up in your mouth, you're out. You're disqualified.
Okay.
Uh,
Are there house rules?
there's only like 5 rules really. It's not
Okay.
too much. It's just when you get it, it's your gram is in front of you and you have to break it up and then you have to smoke it.
Okay.
It's pretty basic.
Yeah.
You have 2 lighters because everybody knows stuff goes wrong. Lighter gets hot.
Oh, light. Okay.
Yeah. A lot of people go up there, you might try to do like 2 lighters at once, but then you're going to be getting it super hot. You're going to be smoking up a lot of carbon. Like,
Okay.
it ain't going to be fun.
Did you start rolling up that other one?
Yeah. Way too excited.
Are you all good, bro?
Wait, smell that.
This is the blackberry, right?
Yeah. Blackberry Fire OG. That's what it is. Blackberry Fire crossed with OG Haze.
Okay.
And that's more of a flavor. But I don't think it's as strong.
I can smell the blackberry.
No, I mean the
This-
THC.
Ah, yeah.
The terps are strong.
Yes. The blackberry is strong in this.
It's interesting because you'd think they'd be both high and not just one or the other.
Yeah. Genetics.
Yes.
Five.
That's like, the first cannibal with the Yeti glue. That's genetics. What was that? 36, 37% THC, something like that. It's just genetics. You're not going to get that with like crappy plants.
Man.
You would do this with me?
It don't matter. I'll go ahead and knock it out real quick. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and give this a 4.5 on the smell.
The smell, that's a 5 for me.
Yeah, 5?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
It's so fruity.
I like the feel of this too. This is nice. Texture. Now I'm gonna give it a 5 on the looks.
Man, that was the only nug I had too. That was the only one I have left.
No, that shit was fire right there. That's hella clutch. When I first saw it, I was like, ooh, yeah, that one.
Oh, my phone's over there. I was gonna say I had a picture of it, of both of them when they first came down, laying side by side, and each cola was like 28 grams each.
You got to send me that. I'll add it to the Instagram.
Yeah, but that's pre-dry, so that's wet weight.
Okay, I got you.
Yeah, get ready to learn about that when you're buying from the dispensary.
Wet weight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Dispensary soon will start shipping not as cured products, so it's heavier with water weight. And by the time it gets to you, it'll be a little more cured, but it won't weigh as much. It won't be proper.
Huh.
I mean, as far as us old heads, like.
Right. So really, they're skeeting you on the amount that they're giving you.
Oh man, they do a lot of stuff. Kind of like all that flour that came back.
Yeah.
You know, from the mold. You don't think that got washed and turned into wax?
What?
I mean, they made their money.
Mm.
When you ain't testing.
Yeah.
So how do you feel about the whole medical marijuana in Missouri? How do you think it's going?
So I started with a lot of that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And we didn't get our cultivating license, we didn't get our dispensary license, and we didn't get our extracts license. So that was like $1 million of between about 10 people, all just gone. Pretty pissed, you know. So some of us stayed behind, some of us left on to better things.
Mm-hmm.
The ones that stayed behind weren't the smartest because they got shut down. But we got to learn from it though. So without all the financing and all that, we couldn't have done as much, and I wouldn't have been able to help as many people either.
Yeah, that's true.
So we were able to get the connects. You know, the whole dragging everything on is insane. Like just dragging their feet on everything.
Yes. Right. Yes.
Just so a few people could get fat on it.
Mm-hmm.
Just to keep the numbers up high. And that's a crazy thing because we talked about that in the caregiving class. Like I actually have a full breakdown Excel sheet on how much it costs for your flower when you grow, and you can actually change everything on here from how much you spend on your lights, and they deteriorate in about 5 years, and it takes all that into accountability, and you can come out with how much per ounce your grow is costing you. And when you figure that out and you're like, holy shit, man, that's only like $100 an ounce, and they're charging what?
Yeah, exactly.
Wow.
Like, yeah.
Hey man, you dropping some knowledge right now, man. MonkeyNugs out here. They really out here
For the
serving the
people.
community, man, for real.
Oh yeah.
Nah, I really appreciate this and all this that you're dropping. Like, people really need to know this information.
Yeah, because there's so many good people out there still going to jail right now, like
Exactly.
all the time. And I mean, just the other day, like I had some friends get pulled over, and you know, of course, they had a stupid amount on them, and you know, they all went to jail because they didn't know what to say. They didn't know the laws, and they got suckered into it. You know, they got suckered into letting the police search their car. So, and and we tell that in the caregiving class too, that when you're transporting 4 patients and you get pulled over, that the Supreme Court has actually removed your First Amendment right. You actually have to say, I do not wish to speak to you without the presence of my lawyer, because of that. So just not saying anything is actually considered omission of guilt in court case now. So yeah, just us not knowing things and being kept in the dark, and people not knowing what to do and what to say and how to legally transport. Like, I can transport quite a bit of flour because I am a caregiver, and I can transport for me and 2 other patients legally as long as I have a piece of paper with me. Actually, 3 pieces of paper with me. But these are the things that we try to teach people in the class to get them compliant so that they understand all the little tricks that are out there, all the things that they can and can't do. If somebody's knocking on your door asking to come into your grow and inspect it, no, that's a big violation. I don't care if you're a cow. You gotta take it up with the DHSS. That's law.
Hey.
So like, just like the old DUI stuff, like when you get out and you leave the keys in your car, then the passenger's considered the driver. Same crap applies to weed.
Okay.
They're still doing it. They'll make you get out, and whoever else is in there, they gotta throw them keys.
Yeah. Okay. That's deep.
Yeah, if you're smoking in your car, you better not have your keys in there. And that's the thing, when you're transporting, that's the biggest thing, is when they're trying to get you for a DUI, if it's out of reach, it's going to protect you a lot. Having it in your glove box or in the back of your trunk or somewhere to where it's out of reach to where you can't actually access it, it's going to make it really hard for a cop to prove you're smoking and driving at the same time. Because they can't really test to say that you didn't get high, a couple days ago.
Yeah.
So it's all about you having access right there. So stop smoking in your car.
Simple as that.
That's right. And on that note, we're gonna smoke this Blackberry OG in this building. Let's go, man.
I like the taste on that one.
Yeah. It's got a good taste.
Then the wedding cake. Oh my God, the wedding cake threw me off when I tried wedding cake with True Living Organic Soil for the first time.
It's got like
it was way different.
It's got like a wine taste to it.
Yeah.
Wine taste, huh?
Smell.
And just in case you all haven't noticed, I haven't taken a drink this whole time. Like,
But that right there, if somebody was smoking that in a restaurant next to me, I wouldn't even care.
I don't know. I'd say thank you.
that's a super clean taste. It's not harsh at all.
I see what you mean by that wine taste. It's
Yeah.
like, I wouldn't say bitter, but like in a good way.
Yeah. It's like,
Well, it's almost like smoking a black and mild bong.
yeah. That's exactly what I was thinking.
Just smoother.
Yes. Yup. That's exactly what I was thinking. Like the wood tip.
That is such a
reminds me of that
noticeable
wood tip.
difference. How much smoother that is.
Yeah.
That's why you ain't gonna win a bong race with street weed. Not if I'm there.
Oh yeah. Now this one got me hidden.
Got some cookies.
Yeah, this man brought his own munchies. What a
Yeah.
straight professional.
It's chocolate chip peanut butter cookies, man. I mean, for real. Except for you can't have
They
it.
smell
Yeah,
like they were
boy.
made with love.
Alright. We're gonna hit this dab real quick. We're gonna test this out.
Yes.
Alright.
Crazy looking.
Go ahead and hit this.
So, have you done a cold start?
I have not.
All right, so let's hook them up with a cold start then.
Oh yeah.
So the cold start, the big difference with the temperatures is how much terpenes you're going to taste compared to how much THC you're going to gas off.
Okay.
So the hotter it is, the more THC you're going to get, but less flavor. And the colder it is, the more flavor, but the less THC.
Got it.
It's still going to be there, it's just not as fast.
Got it. Oh shit, so that means this is gonna be like one of those creep up highs.
No, it's still down.
Okay.
Imagine last week's dab,
Mhm.
but with more flavor.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh shit.
And this is limoncello.
Exactly.
Oh shit.
This is limoncello, so it's a.
Alright, well this looks way better than the shit last week.
I said,
This one way big.
Oh,
So, do you know how this was extracted? Like, do you know about all that?
as far as if it's BHO or
Yeah.
yeah, this is BHO.
Okay. So,
Uh,
I'm super
I know it's not
about
the
that too.
favorited, but it's the easiest to get and the easiest to work.
Right on.
Trust me, if I could get access to diamonds, man, my God, somebody call me. All right, so what we're gonna do is this is a round bottom banger,
Mm-hmm.
and and with these, they're super fast. It's just 2 millimeter thick quartz glass.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna heat it up real quick. As soon as you see it start to boil, it's ready to go.
Oh, okay.
It's just that simple.
Okay. Yep. So that's a cold start.
Yeah, because you're starting it cold.
Got it. Okay.
And with the round bottom bangers, the nice thing is you take your one hit and you set it down, you're done. You don't have to keep hitting it. It's cool. So it doesn't burn it all off. And then 10 minutes later, whatever you want to hit it again, you just heat it up again and it's ready. You don't overheat it like a regular flat bottom banger, so you can actually leave it in there.
Mm.
Did not know that. Oh,
And see how it starts to boil?
Yep.
And then you don't have to do anything with that spinner cap. And he pulls.
really?
Nice. But see, it just sits there.
Hey. Now that hit.
How'd it taste?
That's fine.
Yeah.
Tastes like a lemon ice.
I try not to do it more than twice.
Yo.
It gets kind of a cash taste the second time.
Yo, do you notice how this man is just like regular as shit, and I'm over here just like all like weak chested and shit. God damn. Shouts out to you, like, God, you really must be good at that bong shit. No, I ain't gonna lie.
I can only
Man,
imagine.
people ask me like, on a scale of 1 to 10, how big of a dab do you want? I'm like, I don't know, like a big one. And they're like, give me this little bitty thing, like the size of a BB. I'm like, oh. Okay. I'm like, I guess like a 0.2.
Okay, yeah, you gotta tell them a weight. You can't just tell
But then
them.
they won't know.
Make sure they don't fall. Nah, I just want to make sure they don't fall.
Right here. Too many hands.
Yeah, trade you. So down that way.
Oh
no, cookies down.
no.
Yes.
Shit. Alright, well this is about to get pretty crazy here. We're about to start smoking some shit out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. As a matter of fact, we're gonna let Gabe give his grading and then we're gonna go ahead and close this one out.
They should melt off.
Yeah. For taste, 5. I'm giving this dab. I'm gonna go ahead and give this dab a 5
I already
overall.
smell how lemony it is.
Yes.
Yeah.
Like I said, it tastes like a ice, like a lemon ice.
Limoncello, and that's why I went to 3 zip.
It kind of makes sense.
Yeah, when you get something good, I mean, I'll have a zip go for like 3-4 months, and then that. found that and it was
Wow, it's like gassy lemons. Crazy. Party shop.
Don't burn the carpet. Plus, I like this because it just kind of.
Nice.
So what you think, Gabe?
Taste, I'd say 4 out of 5. That's definitely a good one. That's so good.
It's not a rosin.
Yeah.
It's definitely not a live
Right.
rosin.
You're right there.
Yeah. But it's got some flavor.
But for what it is, yeah.
Alright, so, well, we get ready to run out of time, but we get ready to go ahead and wrap this one up. So, go ahead and shout out your socials and all that, MonkeyNugs, so everybody know where to find you at.
My social security number?
Well, I mean, that's up to you.
Alright, I mean, that's weird. You can hit me up on Instagram under MonkeyNugs. That's pretty much it. I work with the collective on Maine. They're on Facebook and Instagram. And yeah, it's I mean, I'm just pretty much by myself.
I feel you.
Will you
Doing what I
spell
do.
your Instagram?
Hmm.
Spell your Instagram.
MonkeyNugs.
Oh, shit.
MonkeyNug.
I think it's 2 G's.
NUGS. It's the hippie looking dude and the pink monkey.
Right on.
There we go.
Should be pretty easy.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And then I'll add you and all the shit. So.
No. Right on.
Gabe. Go ahead.
Yeah, hopefully we'll be doing some caregiving classes and stuff, opening them up again soon.
Okay.
And we'll have all that posted.
Definitely. Sure.
Yeah, right on, guys. This has been fun. Thanks for letting me tag along and hang out and ask questions.
Ah, come on, you already know, man.
Yeah.
You like guest co-host. You already know you'll be coming on through.
Bet. Yeah, it's been Gabe, aka Canamander710 on Instagram. You know.
Yes, sir. It's your boy Donovan, aka Mr. You Knew What It Was when you signed up. Follow me, Donovan2408, on all social medias. And then don't forget to follow Ryan on Ryan Risky Fargo. And don't forget Flucker Threads
Yep.
and
Type in.
Midwest Terps. Alright. We'll see y'all next week, man. Appreciate y'all for listening to us.